Hurry Up Tomorrow full album tier list. Y'all lock in. Anyways, I've listened to The Weeknd's new album Hurry Up Tomorrow at least 3 times fully, and I feel like I can give a pretty fair rating on the tracks individually as well as the album entirely. I'm gonna be going through them as they're listed in the album and give them a rating from S to F tier. Also, I'm leaving out the transition tracks because those don't really count. Cry about it. The first track on the album is Wake Me Up featuring Justice, which is gonna be a B tier song for me. It's a great opening track with a good transition to the next track, and I really like the song, but it's a B tier because it's still missing something, you know? I don't really know how to describe what makes a song good, so if that's why you're here, I don't know what to tell you, but it sounds good and it's a banger. Also, pretty much every track is good, which makes this whole album really hard to rank. Moving on to Cry for Me, which is gonna be an A tier for me because the song is just beautiful. I mess with it heavy and it's already on my Spotify repeat, so I hope that paints the picture of how good this song is, but I still wouldn't consider it S tier. Next up is Sao
Paulo,
which is actually my least favorite track in the album, but doesn't mean it's bad. It's a solid 5 out of 10. It's not great, but it's not bad, and it's hard to make a list since every track on this album is a banger. I just had to pick a least favorite, and this is that track, so D tier. The next track is Baptized in Fear, which for me is gonna be a strong A tier because this is probably my second favorite track in the album, and if you haven't heard it, stop what you're doing, bump it right now. It's great, but it's still missing the extra push like my favorite track has. Next up is Open Arms, which is a high B tier song. I really enjoy the track, and this spot could change later as I re-listen to the album in the future, but right now I'm gonna put it here. It's a really good track, but some might be mad at my rating on this tier list because I know people that enjoy this song a lot, but for now it's staying here. Moving on to Opening Night, which is a low C tier track. It's still okay, but definitely not one of my favorites, but still better in my opinion than the one I can't pronounce. Next up is Reflections Laughing featuring Travis Scott, which is a definite A for me. This track was an 8 out of 10 with unique Travis vocals. I just mess with this song a lot, definitely gonna be bumping this all year. Anyways, the next track is Enjoy the Show featuring Future, which for me is a B tier song. I mean, it's solid, but it's missing the extra push to make it an A, but I really like how it's a slower track with Future, definitely a change of pace regarding him, so solid track. Moving on to Giving Up on Me, which to me wasn't anything special. It was a solid Weeknd track, but I'm gonna put it in C tier, nothing special, but not bad at all. Next up is I Can't Wait to Get There, which like the previous track is a C tier song. However, I do enjoy this one way more than the previous track, so it's ranked a little higher. Now for Timeless. Low B just because Cardi's in it. Moving on to Niagara Falls, which is a low A for me. I really like this track, sounds good to my ears. Yes, that's how you describe music. Jokes aside, it's a great track, and any track in A tier. If you haven't heard the album, you should listen to it. Next track is Take Me Back to LA, which used to be my favorite track, but is still a high A tier. I really like this track, it'd be making you want to bust out a move, you know? Next up is Big Sleep, which isn't my favorite track, but like other tracks, it's solid and has a good feature, which I can't pronounce, so if you're interested, listen to the track. Overall, it's okay. Moving on to the track Give Me Mercy, which is a mid B tier track. This song is catchy and not much more to say about it, just listen to it. Next track is Drive, which is just a C tier song for me. There's not much to say, but it was just average, but it still sounds good. Next up is The Abyss featuring Lana Del Rey, which when they collab for a song, it's always a banger, which this track didn't break the trend, so B tier. Moving on to Red Terror, which is a C tier track for me and was like the other C tier tracks, just okay in the middle, you know. The next track, Without a Warning, is a high C, almost a B tier track, and it's a banger, but wouldn't consider it one of my top songs on the album. Finally, Hurry Up Tomorrow, which in my opinion is an S tier track. Get ready because I'm finna glaze this track. It's just perfect. It's a great closing track and will be my repeat for the rest of the year, if not longer. Basically one of my favorite Weeknd songs now. Anyways, thanks for listening to me yap. If you want to let me know y'all's ranking, comment down below your list, follow my Instagram, and I'm out. Bye.